رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أنبياء الله جميعا وعلى سيدهم وخاتمهم حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المنتجبين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء فألف بين قلوبكم فأصبحتم بنعمته إخوانا. صدق الله العلي العظيم. Our faith and our religion stands on two important foundations. The first foundation is monotheism, kalimatut tawheed, the recognition of God, the belief in God, the relationship with God. That's the first foundation. The second foundation that supplements the first one is kalimatut tawheed wa tawheedul kalima, is the unity of the ummah, the unity of the community. Without unity, Islam cannot progress. Islam would not be able to move forward. The ummah, the community, has to be united, has to work together and respect each other and tolerate each other. And this is what is needed today. What is needed today for the Muslim community is to try to understand each other, respect each other, respect different views. وَلَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ لَجَعَلَكُمْ أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً. He could have made us one community, one set of views, one tradition, one school of thought. وَلَكِنْ لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ فِي مَا آتَاكُمْ. But He wants to test you in what He has given you. He wants to test your free will. He wants to test your intelligence. He wants to test whether you are working hard to discover the truth or not. You inherit the teachings, the religion from your parents. وَلَكِنْ لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ فِي مَا آتَاكُمْ. So the unity of the ummah is important. Today, we have a very terrible crisis that striking at the ummah, at our community. Today we have this division, sectarianism that is taking a toll on the ummah, that is destroying the fabric, the foundation of the ummah. Today we have enemies, avowed enemies, who have pledged to destroy the entire ummah, the entire faith, the entire Muslim community through these sectarianism, people killing each other, people fighting each other. They have allocated, our enemies, they have allocated billions of dollars to destroy us, to destroy both Shia and Sunnis, to destroy the entire religion. No one is going to survive. And it's not about ideology. It's not about doctrinal differences. They bring these doctrinal differences, but it's not about them. It's about political dominance. It's about political gains. And when they fight, both of them are going to lose. Both schools are going to lose. The entire ummah is going to lose. When the Shias and the Sunnis, there is fighting between them, there is no winner. None of them is going to win. Both are going to lose. The only who is going to win is whom? Their enemies. The enemy is going to win. And when they both fight each other, they are not only going to lose buildings and structures and lands and cities and towns, they're going to lose their faith. Faith is at stake. It's not about losing a piece of land. It's about losing the faith. When Muslims fight each other, then the young generation are going to flee from religion. They would not adhere to religion. When there is hypocrisy, when there is sectarianism, when there is division, when there is strife, the young generation, they are going to flee and run away. So Islam is going to lose. We are not just losing some territories here or there. We are going to lose our faith. We are going to lose our children, our youth, our families. They turn away from Islam. Religion that is able to attract people is the religion of peace. When religion pursue peace, they can attract people. People would like to see stability, peace, happiness, progress in the religion. But once they find bloodshed and hatred and destruction, destroying homes and cities and mosques and churches and marketplace and schools and hospitals, they're going to hate that religion. They're going to hate that religion, and you don't blame them. They put the blame on religion. So if we want people to love Islam, we have to stop the fighting. The fighting is no good for both. There is no winner. The only winner are our enemies, and you know who our enemies are. You know them. You know how many enemies we have. They don't like us. What is the solution? The solution, people speak about wahda, unity. What is the meaning of unity? Does it mean that we bring both Shias and Sunnis together and we make them pray in one form? We make them believe in one doctrine. We make them eliminate all the differences, philosophical, theological, historical differences. Is this the meaning of unity? No, this is not the meaning of unity. You can't do that. It's impossible. It's impossible that the Sunnis would eliminate the Shia community and turn them or convert them into Sunnis. Neither the Shias can turn 1 billion Sunnis into Shias. They can't do that. It's impossible. It's not even practical. Yes, it could happen probably at the end of the time, when there is the government of justice with the leadership of the Savior, the last disciple of the Prophet, the last Imam, the 12th Imam, Al-Hujjat ibn al-Hasan alayhi salatu wassalam. At that time, people would reach intellectual perfection. They become really human. They put differences aside. تَكْتَمِلُ عُقُولُهُم. Then they can unite. But now, it's impossible. It's impossible. We have to be realistic. And now, at this moment, we have to believe in a pluralism and diversity. In the same fashion that God created different colors, different accents, different nationalities, different races, He also created different religions. But He wants us to strive. He wants us to strive to find the truth. وَلَوْ شَاءَ رَبُّكَ لَجَعَلَ النَّاسَ أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً. He could have done this in the beginning. He created all people Catholic, all of them Jews, all of them Sunnis, all of them Shias. He didn't do that. He could have forced us, but He did not do that. Why? Because there is no point. When you force people to follow certain tradition without using their brain and their mind and their reason, there is no point in that. God says, I want you to follow religion through your reason. I want you to investigate. I want you to read. I want you to spend time. I want you to do your homework. I want you to read about other religions. I want you to know why you are Muslim. While there are other religions, they have more beautiful institutions and churches and temples and places, more spacious. Why you are a Muslim? Is it because of the physical structure of your temple? Because of what? Tell me. You have to tell him the answer. Why you chose the path of Ahlul Bayt? There are many other madhahib, schools of thought. Why did you choose this one in particular? Because your mother told you so? You listened to your mother? Or because you incorporated your reason, your brain? Maybe your mother was a reason, your neighbor was a reason, your friend was a reason to bring you. But you cannot depend on your mother for the rest of your time and tell God, God, my mother was so nice, she asked me to be a Shia and I listened to her. This is not an answer. God would not accept this answer from you. God says, Inna hadaynahu sabil, we have given you brain. Where is your brain? Why did you use the brain of your mother and you locked your brain? We need to provide an answer. Whatever madhab you follow, whatever faith you follow, whatever religion you embrace, you must know the reason and the details. And you must prepare the answer. Because there is no merit in following a tradition while you don't know why you are following this. I always say to the parents, encourage your young generation to ask and inquire. Don't repel them. When they ask you about God, welcome them. Don't say, oh. Why do you speak about God? This is a taboo. You should not. You should just believe in Him blindly. This is not an answer. This is not an intellectual answer. This is blind following, which is not accepted in religion. Taqleedul a'ma. We need to know why. And we need to know all the differences. And we need to have all the answers ready. So God could have created us one school of thought, one sect. He said, no. No, I'm not going to force you. I show you the way and I leave it for you to decide. You have to do your homework. And when you come to me, you have to tell me why you chose this path. People think that on the day of judgment, we're going to stop before God and God says, hey, I'm happy with this community just because their name is Shia, so go to paradise. No, He's not going to do that. He's going to question us. He's going to ask us every single detail. There is no plagiarism there. You can't take the answers from your neighbor, from your brother and tell him, give me your answers. I was in one of the countries, Middle Eastern countries, and they had finals. And you know, the WhatsApp and the internet does not work from 7 a.m. until 10 a.m. I asked why. Every single day there is no internet. They said, say it because there are finals. And students, they cheat. They pass the questions to each other. So the government, they cripple the internet so people don't cheat. On the day of judgment, these ones are not going to work. Neither Apple nor Galaxy. So you can't cheat. You can't take your friend's answer and tell him, God, this is my answer. He says, where is your answer? I need your answer, your own answer. So it is somehow, it is healthy to have diversity and a pluralism, different views. This is healthy. This would encourage them to use your brain and investigate to reach the final and the best answer, to the best of your knowledge. Even if you did not reach the best answer, God would say, you did your job. You did your job. At least you tried. At least you tried. So it is good in this sense to have a diversified people and groups and ideas and opinions and doctrines. So you can investigate and then you choose. You say, I chose this one because this is better than that. I have an answer. قُلْ هَاتُوا بُرْهَانَكُمْ إِن كُنْتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. I have a rational answer to this. I have a rational answer to this. We have to have a rational answer to all these questions related to God, His existence, monotheism, the existence of prophets, imamah, succession to the prophets, the day of judgment, we have to have answers. And these answers have to be ready. So what is the meaning of unity between Shia and Sunni? Do we eliminate differences and make them one group? No. This is not the point. You can't do this. Maybe at the end of the time, this will happen. We will have one universal community. But this is not now, at the end of the time. When is that? I really don't know. 100 years from now? 5 years from now? 5,000 years from now? 5 million years from now? We don't know. But it will happen. Definitely it will come. Then what is the point of unity? When we speak about unity, unity means despite the differences, we don't fight. We negotiate. We speak. We have a dialogue. We respect each other. Unity means no sectarianism, no hate. If you are different from me, I would not hate you. If we have different types of prayers, different types of aqeedah, different types of opinions, views, we don't hate each other. We negotiate, we discuss, we have a dialogue. We discover each other. We have understanding for each other. We have tolerance for each other. When I speak about my school, I should be sensitive, not to insult others. You don't have to insult others to promote in order for you to promote yourself. You don't have. You don't have to speak about others. You don't have to put others down in order to put yourself up. You don't have to do that. We have to be extra careful and extra sensitive when we speak about each other's traditions. Not to scorn each other. We should not do that. We have to be civilized. Yes, I'm proud of my opinion, but I respect people's opinion. Even if I don't agree with them, I still respect them. And I give them a chance to present themselves, to speak. I don't crush them. A few years ago, I went to Cairo, to the largest bookstore in Cairo. Largest bookstore in Egypt. And I asked the manager, I said to him, do you have a book that speaks about Shia? He said, Shia? No. This is a taboo in this country. Taboo in a country, in a capital, which was built by the Fatimite, by the children of Fatima al-Zahra. Now there is no book in the largest bookstore, which has books about almost every subject in this universe. Every madhab, every tradition, every habit, you can find books about it. Except Shia Islam. It's a taboo. Why? Because they don't want you to read about them. When people feel insecure, they make it a taboo. Forbidden. Don't read. Don't listen. Exactly what Quraysh did to the Prophet. Their young ones, they wanted to listen to the Prophet's Quran. No, don't go to him. This is sorcery. You're going to be enchanted by him. Don't go. Don't get close to him. This is not the way. This is not the way. God says you could listen to different arguments, but then you choose the best. الَّذِينَ يَسْتَمِعُونَ الْقَوْلَ فَيَتَّبِعُونَ أَحْسَنَهُ. That's the way. That's the way. Even today, we Muslims, we should allow our children to read about other religions. Don't worry about that. But present them Islam in a good way. From a good source, intellectual source. The Islam that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam preached. The Islam that Ahlul Bayt preached. When you present them, they're going to accept it. So unity means respecting others. And therefore, in order for us to really achieve real unity, we have to respect each other. We have to foster an environment of a friendship and a brotherhood. Muslims have to invite each other to their mosques, to their circles, to their Islamic centers, to their homes. Muslims should know each other. We should break these barriers of sectarianism and suspicion that we have about each other. We should welcome each other, especially the young generation. You, the young generation, you have been born and raised in these countries, in countries that believes in a pluralism, in diversity, different colors. They are Canadian, American, European. So you have to welcome others. You have to make them your friends. Break these barriers. Do not fear others. Embrace them. This is number one. Fostering an environment of a friendship. Mutual invitation. We should invite each other to dialogue, to speak, to discover, to know about each other. The more we know, the less we fear. Number two, when the Shia, they speak about the personalities that are respected in the Sunni tradition, we should be sensitive. We should not treat them in a bad way. We should incorporate aql, not atifa. When we speak, keep the emotions away. Incorporate your reason. Incorporate what God says to you. God says, "Ud'u ila sabili rabbika bil hikmah." Use wisdom. Use rationality. Use intellectuality. Use proof and evidence. When you speak about something, say this is in the Quran. And say it in a nice way, in a polite way. Bil hikmati wal maw'idati al hasana. Today you cannot even convince your son and your daughter to do something if you are harsh with them, if you ridicule them, if you threaten them. They are not going to listen to you, let alone others. So when you speak, try to respect others. Even if you disagree, I'm not telling you you have to agree with them. Keep your opinions. Be proud of what you believe in. But when you present yourself and your idea, be extra careful. Let's attract people to our faith. Attraction. Rasulullah had the power of attraction. Whenever people would listen to him the first time, only one time, even 2 minutes, they get attracted to him. Through his reason and through his manners. وَلَوْ كُنْتَ فَضًّا غَلِيظَ الْقَلْبِ لَانْفَضُّوا مِنْ حَوْلِكَ. Had you been harsh-hearted, they would have been away from you. They would run away from you. But through your manners, you were easygoing. You respected them. You welcomed them. This is how we should present Islam and Shia Islam and our tradition in a nice way so that it helps them to digest this and to accept this, because sometimes they find things that shocks them. They tell you that I've been Muslim for 50 years, 60 years. I hear this for the very first time, which is true, because many of them do not know. They don't know. Haqiqah and the truth was hidden from them. Deliberately was hidden. They did not want them to know the truth. So when you present the truth, be careful in the manner, in the way you present. The other thing that our Sunni brothers and sisters should do, they should understand Shia Islam not through fabrications and lies and rumors, but through the main sources of Shia Islam. I invite them, don't listen to any speaker just because he's on television, just because he's popular, just because he has a website, just because he has a TV channel. That does not mean he's legitimate. We have scholars. We have ulama, reputable ulama. We have books, our main sources of books. They are very popular. You Google them, you find them. So you have to know the Shia from their own legitimate sources, not from fabrications, not from what you hear from the mouths of people, because there are a lot of accusations, a lot of lies. I've seen many people who accepted the tradition of Ahlul Bayt. They tell me in the beginning, we heard horrible things about Shias, horrible things, until the day we went, maybe by accident, maybe by design, we went to an Islamic center, a mosque, we met a scholar, then we found out, no, what we knew about them are sheer lies. They are not true. They have been wronged and abused. So ask the legitimate leadership, legitimate books. And our imams, they taught us that we should be polite with others. Our imam taught us that we should reach out to others and invite them in the best way, not to insult them. And we have to continue this dialogue. Our ulama, rather than fighting, bad-mouthing each other, they should sit and talk. Sometimes I wonder, some Muslims are ready to dialogue with the people of book, with the Jews, with the Christians, Zoroastrian, but when it comes to Shia Islam, they say, no, we are not ready to speak to those. We should open our hearts, both sides, not just one side, to each other. We are Muslims. At least we share one platform, and that platform is La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين